congratulations, Chuck. I mean, you're back here at San Diego Comic-Con. How does it feel being back for another year?
Thank you for taking some time out to visit us here at our rooftop tabletop event, part of San Diego Comic-Con. It's great to be back. It's great, again, to have the opportunity to connect one-to-one with the fans in mass, as far as they visit Funkoville, they swing by and see all the cool products, and it's like for Funko Games. We have a lot of games that we're showing off here at this event, but also in our booth at Comic-Con as well.
So tell us how Funko Games, how they're going to approach this year as a different year for yourselves. Obviously, it's all about exclusive, isn't it?
Well, to date, in the last 4 or 5 years, we have made over 120 tabletop board games, ranging from those based on Marvel characters, DC Comics, like Funkoverse, for example, and to newer fandoms like Indiana Jones, for example, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Scream, based on the original 1990s slasher movie. We got that game on display here and available for sale at Comic-Con as well, too. But it's really about the fandoms and listening in and hearing fans say, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we made a game based on this? And so we kind of really take that feedback, take it to heart, and then the team gets to work to devise and create concepts around gameplay that's not only fun, but also something that players will want to take out of their game box time and time again to be able to play with friends and with family.
Because unlike the other brands, because I feel like the other brands, people are buying that to collect. That's not what you want to do with Funko Games. You don't want people just to buy it and sit on the shelf of their homes.
You're absolutely right, too. So, I mean, games are an experience, very different from a collectible, where it's like collectible, you buy it, you want to put it on your shelf and be proudly displaying that. Games, you really want to be able to have that game night with friends, with family, to be able to open up the box and have that shared, connected, face-to-face experience that board games really can provide.
So let's talk about some of your brands here. I'm just going to take a wild guess, like the Star Wars is probably one of the best-selling ones that you have out there right now.
Well, that's a good observation, too. We did announce that back in April at Star Wars Celebration, where we announced Star Wars Rivals, which is a dueling head-to-head game where two players are battling for different locations across the entire Star Wars lore. Whether it's movies, whether it's animated series, whether it's Disney Plus TV series as well. So it's a fun game. It also has a collectability aspect as well, too. There are 30 figures in the first series of Star Wars Rivals. It's a fun game. It's easy to pick up and learn how to play. And then it takes time and more to master the complexity and the strategic elements of the game, too. But it's really a very popular one since we released that earlier in the June timeframe.
Now you have I noticed just at this rooftop table party itself, you have many movie licensed games, ranging from the recent Indiana Jones, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I saw that, and I know you have an upcoming Scream.
We do, yes. So Scream the game is a cooperative multiplayer game for 3 to 8 victims, we say, because we know how these movies play out, and the game takes a lot of tenets and a lot of beats from those really tense, terrifying, scary moments from not only the original motion picture, but for the entire series of films as well, too. And so what is unique about this is that it has a free downloadable companion app for iOS and Android, which now introduces the voice of Ghostface, who will call many times during the course of gameplay to terrorize, taunt, threaten you as players, but also individually as well, too. And so the VO, the voice of Ghostface that we use for the game, is the voice of the original Ghostface, Roger L. Jackson. So we worked with him to bring his voice again to life as part of the app experience, as part of the overall board game experience.
What is Funko's Games' approach when it comes to movie licenses? Usually, I want to say a lot of companies, they get the lazy route and they just really develop one game for all the licenses. But I noticed that each game as I walk by seems to be very unique in its own way and has its own set of rules.
You're absolutely right in taking a look at that as well. As far as the team really dives in, and it's really, again, based on fandoms. And so what type of an experience does our product development team at Prospero Hall need to create in order to live up to the fandom? Everything from character development. Gameplay is always going to be a really important one. Is it compelling? Is it fun? But also, you've noticed that we have really beautiful artwork. So look at Texas Chainsaw Massacre Slaughterhouse, for example, in terms of cards and artwork and the board game experience that really recreates that terrorizing 1970s vibe of the original motion picture, too. Same with Indiana Jones and Sands of Adventure, which is a game that we have here available at Rooftop Tabletop, and also available in the booth as well, too, where you look at the artwork on the cards, the players, the pieces as well, too, in terms of that incredible attention to detail that fans care about and that are important to fans.
Is down the road, is Funko Games going to enter like the collectible card games or the RPGs, the role-playing games industry?
It's a great question. We're always looking to see what are the cool trends, what are fans really interested in, what are gamers playing, and of course there are a lot of great card games that are out there, but it's always a landscape and always an environment that we're always kind of keeping our finger on the proverbial pulse to see, could that be something that we would be interested in jumping into down the road.
Now, of course, unlike the other Funko brands, you don't necessarily have exclusive only at these conventions. So why don't you go ahead and tell us, audiences, on where they could actually get these games, because a lot of the games are technically available now.
Yes, so majority of the games are available now. You can go visit to learn more information at funcogames.com. And then also, if you go to any specialty board games retailer in your city or your town, or visit some of the other retailers that you probably know about, such as Amazon or Target or Walmart.
Most excellent. Well said. Well, let's make this the best convention ever. And I mean, I'm looking forward to play Scream. I want to hear that Ghostface voice.
Yeah, we have that. You should be able to get some time with it here at the event.
Most excellent. Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you very
it.
much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care.